Hello, Aries, and happy birthday, happy solar return. It is, may everything you need for your blooming, your expansion, your fire be on your path. So, it is spring. It is time to move things around, make changes, create new life. And well, the month of April is going to be about that. So we've just had that new moon in Aries at the end of the month, around the 27th, your new moon. And so it was a moon that was asking of us of replanting the seeds of who we are that are going to develop for the next 6 months. The I am of Aries. Who am I really? Once you remove all that isn't me, what is left? Is my true essence, is my true vibration. And so this month we're heading towards that full moon in Libra. So from discerning who we are truly, once we remove all the artifice and the titles and the boxes and the stickers and whatnot, then Libra is our house of partnerships. How am I with others? First, I have to know, how am I? Who am I? So that full moon in Libra this month is probably going to give a pretty good look on your partnerships, your relationships, fairness in the world, the balance of things, even the balance between you and the universe, you and your passion, you and your responsibilities, you and all of that, bringing equilibrium, balance in this beautiful dual world, binary world. So, I meditated on your energy, Aries, and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that came up is the Ten of Wands. So probably during that new moon, or you're feeling it as you're coming into the month, when I was saying, like, who am I? Take away all of those wands. That guy at this point, he doesn't even know what he really wants. What is truly the passion of me, Aries? What did I come here to do? What's my will, my direction? What do I really want to carry and bring forward? Here we've carried a lot on our shoulders. So if some of you come in the month with this heaviness and this, where am I heading with all of this? And at the same time, we have, of course, Venus that was retrograde, still is, Mercury retrograde, and Venus, which was retrograde in Aries, now is in Pisces. So some of these ones are complete illusions. Some of these ones are your passion, your true passions, and others are your hidden enemies, in the sense that sometimes we carry things that is very detrimental for us, and that is our hidden enemies. It doesn't have to be your sister-in-law. It can be what you're carrying, pressure you're putting on yourself, expectations you're putting on yourself. That part of you with the pressure, that's your hidden enemy. So facing all of this at the same time as your new moon of who am I really calls for a time. Probably April will be, spring cleanup, big spring cleanup for you, Aries. So there you are. We start by noticing the ones that we have on our shoulders, and under it I have the devil in reverse. So some of this is karmic, some of this is obligations that are not mine but that I've developed through codependency. And so how do I develop responsibilities and pressures from Codependency, well, maybe because it's the only way, by taking everything on my shoulders, that I believe that I'm worthy, that the people won't leave me, that I'll be needed, and so on. That can look like that. Okay, so deciphering between what is a projection of my ego, of unresolved beliefs and things like that, and what is truly who I am on a soul level, you come in right with it. What is karma and what is me? Then during the month, I have two other major arcanas, but in reverse. And I think they can switch at any time. They're in reverse because you cannot perceive them as long as you're behind 10 wands. As long as you're in his small box, you cannot perceive your inner light that would guide you with only one wand. That's the Hermit. And here the Hangman. That's the 12th house. That's the Pisces. What I need to look at from a different angle. What is the pressure I'm putting on myself? I have no choice. Or do I really have no choice? I need to look at that from a different angle. Hangman might have a revelation here that will help you guide yourself, even if you do not see right away this is where I'm heading, and so on and so on. You will have the access to the insight. There might be, end of the month here we have Scorpio, there might be things that will need to be purified, let go, and so on. Okay, death. Did I say death? There it is. And then under that, I have the Three of Pentacles, Strength, and the High Priestess. This is high spiritual energies at the end of the month for you. We will have the new moon in Taurus, where you will actually choose what you want to build, what you want to create. What am I going to ground? My rational masculine side is actually going to be able to make that decision. And it is going to be an aligned, inspired decision by my soul, because I will feel the difference between what my program, my physical ego, my lower ego, compared to what my higher self knows about me. Okay, there's my story, there's the soul that had the story. I'll see the difference between those two things. So I think it's a beautiful reassessment of your truth, a reassessment of your identity, of your fire. Who am I? What do I want? What do I want to bring, or whatever? What do I want to create? So let's clarify this for you. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Aries for the month of April 2025. April 2025. All right, let's look at the 10 of Wands, Spirit, for Aries. Why is the 10 of Wands there? Okay, so yeah, of course we have like beliefs that are hurting our heart. Here, 6 of Wands in reverse. If it would be upright, but we have a little clarity. opening of stopping juggling here. Okay, so what came out is, oh, I hope you hear me well. 6 of Wands in reverse. When it's going to be upright, it's going to be like, you know what? I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I don't have to carry that. Especially what is not mine. I shall only carry what is meant for me to carry. And that's it. 6 of Wands, I'm done with it. But, not at the beginning, but it's getting there. Here, the Strength is in reverse. And we have the Ace of Swords. So there's an understanding about that. It's right there. I'm getting it. Yes, there's something to understand about this. That's going to make the difference between him being on top or her being on top. If the Lion is on top, that's your fire friend. But this is all like when it comes to your right to be, your right to expand. The Lion is your animalistic body, like I was saying. He's the one with the memory from this lifetime. He can only pull his own information from that. A bit like AI can only pull its information from the web. It doesn't have access to the invisible. It doesn't have access to the rest of the universe, of what hasn't been yet and what has, transpired in all the multi-dimensions and whatnot. It doesn't have access to the collective Akashic records or whatnot. But you do. Your higher self does. Your high priestess has access to the divine. So here, there's a clarity about how maybe the Strength in reverse here and everything you're carrying is to probably that's the idea of the Lion because he wants to protect you. That's what our ego does. It just wants us to survive and protect ourselves. And if for him your acknowledgement of your right to be comes from carrying 10 wands, that's what you're going to do. Until, oh my God, no, that's not what gives me my right to be. Let's look at the Devil. All right. So, here we have Justice, and we have the 4 of Wands. So the leftover Devil, and yeah, maybe the sword is going to help you bring balance. See how she has a sword? The sword is, she has a hand above and a hand below. As above, so below. The truth of above, the understanding of above will bring balance below, where she has the scales. And what you will understand, probably that's why the Devil is in reverse, you're getting out of there, is this kind of, you know what, I'm leaving all of this behind. I can't see it right now. I don't have access to it right now. But at one point, there's going to be a threshold. There's going to be a passage, an opportunity where I can cross it, transform what is waiting for me on the other side, the 2 girls of the 3 of Cups. So celebration, ease, everything is on the surface. Nothing is hidden, hindering you anymore. So you're kind of getting out of it. And I think that once you really get that acknowledgement of yourself and like, yeah, I'm going to leave what doesn't serve me behind, you're going to have access to that Hermit and whatnot. Maybe when the Hermit is in reverse, that's when we don't yet trust our inner voice. Okay, we might ask advice or look outside of us for a direction or the truth of what is going on and so on. So let's look at the Hermit here. So during the month, there might be a bit of this. You turned back and you came back. All right. So Ace of Wands. There's your only one wand. But we understand we cannot take it as long as we have 10 wands on our shoulders. 11 wands, nah. Breaks the back of the camel. Ace of Wands, but it's shredded in mystery here with the Justice again. Here's your full moon in Libra. Justice is Libra, moon, full moon in Libra. In that moment, there's going to be maybe an Ace of Wands. This is when there's a new energy in us that helps us understand, that gives us our direction. That's like, oh my God, yeah, this is where I want to bring myself. Hangman here. Let's look at the Hangman. Probably got an indication. Ah, yeah. Hangman kind of sees Emperor in reverse. And here the choice, Lovers. What do I do with that? I'm just seeing from a completely different angle, maybe how I didn't serve myself, how I didn't back myself, I didn't protect myself, and all of these things. How my Emperor maybe was in reverse. But here we have little Page that maybe can take that wand and be upright about it. It's going to be a decision of how am I bringing my energy from now on. Completely differently, Death. Ooh, all right. Okay. In a just way. So very justice this month, Aries. 8 of Wands. Look at your fire. Going from 10 wands, I don't know where I'm going, to I'm dancing with the universe. Wands, 3 of Wands. I'm open to what the universe wants to bring me. I'm finally collecting from my past efforts. I'm finishing this period where maybe I was just letting myself be betrayed. Maybe I was betraying myself, or whatever that Thief in the Night card was with you, for you. But no more. Now I'm like, bring it on. Open. Strength, High Priestess, and the 3 of Pentacles. You finish the month grandly, Aries. All right. So, oh my God, that's pretty good. I have the King of Sword. Here we were talking about taking a decision. King of Sword, that means that at the end of the month, you're getting that sword. And not just a little, but really. Ace of Sword, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cup. 3 aces for you. When there's a transformation and we have to release something, it is hard. We have to go look at things we don't want to look at. But the payoff is amazing. 6 of Cups. I think that, since you had Libra for a couple of, like 3 or 4 times now, it rules your partnerships. Here, it's almost like, oh, maybe in my partnerships, I take everything on my shoulders. It is not a partnership. Here, 6 of Cups, that's a real partnership. That's a balanced exchange of vibration in the most innocent way. You have the Lovers and all of that. Here, 7 of Pentacles. I am at midpoint in my investment of me and how I'm going with it. I think that there's going to be this reassessment of certain relationships in your life, but that's going to be like pretty much everybody with the Venus retrograde and full moon in Libra. There's the test. But here, there's what is going to change. It's more like, not is this person good for me or not, it's how am I in the relationship? How am I in this dynamic? Do I take everything on my shoulders? Or will I now be in synchronicities and dancing, 8 of Wands in a 6 of Cups? Completely different dynamic. So How do we call this, Aries? How do we call this? A new way. It's because it's going to be a new way to be with somebody else, but it could be a new. For some of you, it's a new relationship. But here, I'm going to call this balance. You're bringing balance into your dynamics, and not just romantically, like you and your family, you and poof, the other. So, on this, my beautiful Aries, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and all of that. Don't forget that if you want a private reading, you go on the website. Everything is written in there. You can have readings, the tarot course, the tarot book, all is there. And also, thank you for the ones who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moon and the full moon, I ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most beneficial for you. And also, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and all of that. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. And on this, namaste, all my love and light. And I'll see you next month.